Okay, so real quick, I'm going to share my thoughts on the ICE raids and the illegal immigration because you guys have asked me to. And I'm just going to share a few clips with you, and we'll start there, and I'll let you know what I think about it and how I feel about it. Let's get started.
We're not criminals. We just want to work. A lot of people just want to work. We all want to survive.
Already what she said there was dishonest. She said, we're not criminals. Technically, you are a criminal, right? If you crossed over the border illegally, you're a criminal. Okay, and I can't stand how the mainstream is trying to paint this as something like, oh, people are in fear. Yeah, they can't go to work. Well, if you commit any crime, you're going to be in fear, right? I mean, back in the day when I was getting in trouble, and I knew I had arrest warrants out for me, I was afraid to go home. I was afraid to stay, somewhere where they would find me. I was staying at friends' houses. So trying to, make it sound like this is something out of the normal is just really dishonest.
I'm out here to represent for my people. I'm out here to be the voice for the people that have been silenced out of fear.
Again, why are they being silenced out of fear? Who is doing this, right? Enough with the hyperbole. Just be honest. And this is why this rhetoric is no longer working, right? Crying wolf and going, like, these people are in fear. You can't just say stuff like that without any evidence behind it.
I'm out here to keep pushing.
Thousands of people took to the streets of downtown LA protesting President Donald Trump's illegal immigration policies. The demonstration started on Olvera Street with a march to City Hall early Sunday afternoon. LAPD ordered multiple street closures in the area as the moving protests grew in size. It eventually shut down the 101 as demonstrators took their rally to the freeway, with Mexican and Central American flags waving, signs referencing the president's stance on immigration.
Now is not a good time to be in LA. I mean, they're shutting down the freeways, they're blocking traffic, and we have enough traffic here as it is. People can't get to work. I just escaped all of it. I mean, with the wildfires and now this, I'm chilling in San Francisco right now, and I'm happy, right? I mean, yes, our weather is not as great as LA, but funny enough, there's no real protests out here. And SF's a really liberal city. But regardless, you have a bunch of people here who want to be a part of America, but did you see one single American flag in that crowd? Okay, they're waving the flag of the country that they are fleeing from, the country that they don't want to live in. How does that make sense? Okay, I'm all about common sense, man. So tell me how that makes sense, that you are here and you're waving this flag and not wanting to assimilate to the culture that you want to be a part of, that you want to become a part of. It's crazy to me because this is the only country in the world where we allow for this, right? You cannot, there's not a single country outside of the US where you can just plant yourself and start waving your flag and then expecting them to make you a citizen, saying, hey, I'm a good person, I'm going to work, I'm going to contribute. That's not enough. If you do that in any other country, most countries, they will put you in jail or they will deport you immediately, so you can't just plant yourself and do that, right? And then, of course, you always have the argument like, oh, America's on stolen land. Well, pretty much, if you know your history, every land is basically stolen. It's just, it's not even stolen, it's conquered, right? You just get conquered. It's kind of like being the heavyweight champion of the world. Who is it right now, or who was it more recently? I can't even pronounce the guy's name who just won the heavyweight championship, but the one before it was Tyson Fury. It would be like I don't know, like Mike Tyson coming out of nowhere and going, hey, Tyson Fury, give me that, that's my belt, that's my belt. It's like, no, it's not your belt anymore, right? I mean, you were conquered a long time ago. You lost to Buster Douglas, you lost to Evander Holyfield, and then the belt moved on.
Explosions of fireworks and chants of Si Se Puede, their message loud and clear against the president's promise of mass deportation.
This really hurts. Like, seeing everybody go through this thing, like, I have family members, I got friends that have to go through all this stuff, and it just hurts.
That goes for anybody who has committed a crime. Again, I've been on that side, of the law, and it's just anybody, right? Anybody who is in trouble feels that way. So why are you special, right? What makes you different from everybody else? No other country allows for this. And the fact that we do, these people aren't even thankful, right? I don't see these people being like, wow, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful that I'm able to live off the dime of the American taxpayers. No, instead, what I see is entitlement. I see a lot of finger wagging, and screw you, I deserve to be here. It's like, no, you don't actually. You have to do things the right way. You have to, if you want to become a citizen of the United States, you can't do it by just cutting in line, right? That we have a process for this.
Hate, honestly, all this new laws that Trump is trying to bring into this world. Like, this is not what we're really like looking for.
Okay, Trump did not create any new laws. This is just flat out misinformation. She just sounds really ignorant when she says stuff like that, or anybody. All he is doing is enforcing the laws that are already on the books. Okay, and these immigration laws, FYI, have been around since the 1890s. That far back. So yeah, it's been around for approximately a little over 130 years.
Since taking office, President Trump has signed multiple executive orders cracking down on illegal immigration. In Los Angeles, ICE has begun deportations, a fear for many who showed up to this protest.
And this just goes to show the entitlement and the narcissism, for that matter. People showing up to these protests in fear that ICE might come and arrest and deport them, but they're showing up anyway. I mean, you would think if you're smart, you would be hiding.
In a post on X, LAPD says the demonstration is non-permitted, and by 6 p.m. the department declared it an unlawful assembly and began to close in on protesters.
Look at this. This is beautiful. This is all the people. We are the people. Power to the people.
Exactly what she said. Power to the people. And you know what? The people spoke on November 5th when they voted for Trump to enforce the immigration laws, right? This is what people voted for. He did not only win one swing state or two swing states, he won all 7, right? In those swing states, the reason why we call them swing states is because they're usually undecided, right? They could go either left or right. You know what pushed Trump over the edge? The illegal immigration, right? He promised to have the biggest deportation operation in the last 40, 50 years. And he's doing that. So he's basically executing what he ran on. So yeah, power to the people. That's what people voted for. This is what people wanted. But if you turn on your mainstream news, of course, they'll make it sound like, oh my goodness, Trump dictator. No, you're forgetting this is what people voted for, right? All you have to do is go on YouTube and look at any of these videos, even on the mainstream news outlets, right? The like MSDNC or CNN, look at the most liberal ones and look in the comments. Overwhelmingly, I would say 80-90% or higher, people are cheering this on. People want this to happen because we just can't sustain all these people, right? Over the last 4 years that Biden was in office, he just basically reversed all of Trump's border policies, kicked the doors wide open, and now there are over 10 million people in the country that shouldn't be here, right? That did not go through the port of entry, just cut in line. There's a lot of people who are waiting, who are doing things right, who are paying all the fees to become a U.S. citizen, who are studying the U.S. Constitution so they can take the test and become a citizen and do things the legal way. And these people are cutting right in front of them, right? It's like waiting in line for your food, to finally get your food, and somebody just jumps ahead of you. And not only that, they make you pay for it. Are you okay with that? Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Drop your comments below on how you feel about this. And, I'll probably do a couple more videos on it because it's such a big topic right now. And you guys are asking me how I feel about it. But I'm always going to be honest with you, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's how I feel about it. So drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel about it. If you're down with illegal immigration, or if you're not, let me know why, right? Try to, explain your argument for whatever your position is, either or. Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.